was doing 3, 4, sometimes even 5 updates a week. Kind of had saturation and fatigue from doing all that. So we all kind of got into the practice of summer of getting by, and now there's been a recent spike. Not only just in general, it seems like there's been a spike in our city here over the past couple weeks. So just to kind of recap here what's going on. Last Friday we had an employee here who had a rapid test because of symptoms and came back positive, which turned out to be a false positive because that employee followed up with a negative test on Monday. Based on 2 negative tests and the doctor treating him with issues, we decided to be safe for that employee to return back to work. Who were self-quarantining. So at this point, everybody was involved around the proximity with this employee back to work, everybody's negative. So it was a close call that we kind of got through. In the same light of that, there's been a lot of employees since March that were thought they might be negative or been exposed to somebody, and it's really kind of all worked out for us, kind of knock on wood. So we've really been lucky. But this last week has been good practice for us because we're going to probably more than likely have something to happen internally here. So if it does, we'll handle this on a case-by-case, person-by-person basis. It's really hard to just give a blanket, here's what we're going to do. We're going to follow this grid and these bullet points. The situations are, we have to use our rational minds and think through this and really just handle this on a case-by-case, person-by-person basis. So when this happens, let's just stay calm and not frantic, and we'll just work the problem. So again, if something happens, we'll be person. So situation, management's notified, leadership's notified, and it's work with that person to determine who within proximity that person. Going back to when the symptoms started, and even a few days before that. And then, last Friday, we'll reach out to each individual, explain the situation to them, and really the CDC guidelines for that is if an employee was less than 6 feet for more than 15 minutes. That's really that's the new rules. It used to be 10 minutes, but again, less than 6 feet for more than 15 minutes. So that proximity rule caused us to call about 9 or 10 employees, and those employees went and got tested and quarantined. Everything's fine. So going forward here, just to kind of re-emphasize and maybe tweak things slightly for us going forward, we're essential workers here, so the protocol for us is let's obviously we've been doing a good job, but I think we can be slightly better here, especially just wearing masks when we're in closer proximities around the office. So it goes without saying, just practice social distancing as much as possible. Apart today, doing an ERP implementation, and if you can't be less than 6 feet apart, wear a mask. The ladies were doing some training today for Acumatica, the new ERP, and they all put their mask on because they caused them to kind of huddle around the computer. But again, this was less than 15 minutes, but just as a precaution, they all wore masks just to be safe. So people got varying degrees of perception, or I don't need to wear a mask, or I do need to wear a mask. So I think we all just need to be sensitive and just compassionate to the different levels of sensitivity people have to this issue. Wearing a mask we can't require people to wear them, or we can to a certain degree, but there's some people who might have trouble breathing or whatever. So we're asking here for the honor system and just to be everybody to be adults and respect each other. And when we're working close, just put a mask on, and I think everything will be fine. When you're walking around the office, going to the restroom, grabbing a cup of coffee, going to the copy room, dropping bills off in the AP room, or dropping something off with Asha, there's really, we don't see the need to wear a mask for that because it's quick, short interactions. But if you're in a meeting and you're close, or having to work intimately with someone, put a mask on. And the big conference room is a great way to just really spread out and get social distancing. So that's probably going to be a nice, attractive meeting place here going forward for this, until we get a resolution to this. Change of weather's coming up. We're coming into fall, winter, obviously, colds, flu, just allergies, sinus, all those kind of things. So symptoms will be increasing, and that doesn't mean everybody has. So symptoms, you know your body. Hysteria here, where every time we sneeze, we're sending 50 people home to work from home. So a balance here that we have to work through, but the temperature checks is a good step for us. One of those kind of a laser temperature or thermometer, and they do their temperatures everything live before they go out and field. So I think it'd be good for Clay and Scott to show maybe Kevin, Tori, Drew, a few of us here in the office where it's at and how it works, so that we can do that going forward. And maybe it's one of those things, if we don't do it every day, we do it once a week, or we do it when somebody has symptoms, not feeling good. Let's do that quick check. And it's, again, this comes down to being adults and kind of an honor system here. We have the tools. Let's use them if we feel we're getting sick, and let's just be prudent and considerate of everybody else here. The social event that was planned for tonight has been postponed, obviously, because of the situation. We'll get that as soon as we can. And homeowners and clients, when the production staff, PMs, and associates are out in the field, obviously COVID prevention practices, please implement that and keep that in the top of your minds. And Drew and Tori and anybody taking a claim, we want to make sure that we're continuing to disclose to the homeowners and clients our disclosure regarding what to expect from us and what we expect from them. So a couple of last things here. We're still doing cleanings when needed, like last week. On the weekends, we're going to be doing disinfectant cleaning to sprayer, tell you what the benefits of that are. So keeping to bring any concerns and situations to the attention of management so that we can address these issues. So, 3 to 6 weeks, some good exposure that turned out to be okay. Situation. We apologize for that. I think it's just what we addressed the situation was being handled. We just didn't communicate very well. Some people found out about some situations through the grapevine, which wasn't the best way to handle it. So that's our fault. We'll get better. We've got some guidance through Katie to how to handle that better going forward, and we will do that better. So thanks for bearing with us. This is going forward. These are just, there's no easy box to put all the situations and how to handle one of these deals that comes up. It's really a case by case, person by person basis. So again, thanks for your understanding and patience, and we'll get better going forward. Thank you.